Hello, Otafest! And welcome back to the newest episode of the podcast. I'm Jay, and I'm joined here by Deo, Nancy, and Angelo.
Wow.
That's
All of us.
all four of us.
The whole gang's here.
Oh my
You
god.
get-
whole gang.
Complete content every time. That's what we like to provide.
Yes.
Content.
You get a
And
full-on
speaking of
surround set of people talking at you today.
But we record in mono. How
episode.
surround can it be?
As surround as
It's
we make
being
it.
yelled at directly. The noise is being beamed into your ear holes from all sides
Indeed.
because there's only one side.
From outer space.
Mm-hmm.
You know how, like, in a lot of movies or media, when something horrible happens, you just go into, like, this white space and you hear that, like, voice echoing around you all the time?
That's the Otafest podcast. When you die, you go to the Otafest podcast.
I was just wondering.
Does that mean we're
heaven
dead?
in mono?
Yes.
Is it too old for them to have invented stereo back then?
I bet you heaven is full surround 360 degrees.
Ah. Just
Sounds
like
a
real
little
life, then.
terrifying. Do not perceive. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of our news and announcements. Get ready to laugh until your sides hurt as the 404s make their way to Otafest this year. Celebrating their 20th anniversary, this Alberta-based improv comedy troupe is ready to bring the funny with their unique brand of anime-inspired humor. With no script and no preparation, every show is a one-of-a-kind experience that's powered by your suggestions and their quick wit. Tickets at otafest.com.
Man,
Yeah, they
I
should-
am a fan of shows with no script and little to no preparation.
Yeah, improv comedy is super, super fun. I know a lot of people do know about the 404s and improv comedy in general, but I did not know it was their 20th anniversary.
I didn't
And
either.
They've worked at it for a long time. I mean, they've been with us since the university days. Just pouring a lot of work. Like I remember old cast members. They've rotated cast members a few times for sure, and but they do a really, really good job. So come check them out. I think they have a show every day of
Every day.
Otafest.
They even
So-
have an
nice.
18 plus show on one of the nights.
Oh,
Yeah.
spicy.
Usually.
And they have a workshop as well, a workshop panel. So in case you
I would love to learn how to improv. I should go.
I feel like it would step streaming up a notch.
Right?
If you are a streamer, go to their
Indeed.
workshop.
look, we can't help reading off these ChatGPT scripts, okay? We're bad at improv.
I'm just saying. I am bad at improv. I would benefit so much from one of their sessions. They're funny.
Yeah.
Funny people.
Speaking of funny people, I have no actual segue for this.
I thought you were going to say, speaking of no preparation.
Also true.
That would have been a good segue.
There you go. Don't leave me to do segues. That's what
Apparently.
we're learning right now. I need to go to that workshop.
Mm-hmm.
We have lots of prepared season previews for you, the listener, because that's what we do. We do the
Anime.
review. Now we do the preview. It is the spring. Weather's not too bad outside, but let's not get too old sounding about how the weather is.
Indeed.
We should just get into the anime
The
preview.
animes for the new season, a whole new season of cartoons.
Indeed. The animated sort.
And I'm going to say right now, maybe we picked all bangers.
Maybe.
I
he
mean, the
says.
trailers looked nice.
I think we did. I think we actually did land on a bunch of bangers. I think the whole season is going to be bangers, but I think we picked out some very specific bangers.
I
even
think so.
the worst looking one was about 1,000 times better looking than X-Arm.
Again, we will always use X-Arm as a yardstick of sorts of how low you can not achieve.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, starting off with Kimi wa Hokago Insomnia by Leiden Films, which is a romance and slice of life genre show that I chose because, of course, it's romance and slice of life.
Mm-hmm.
You're a sucker for love. What can be said?
Can
Hell yeah.
anybody find him? An anime about love.
Nakami is a studious but cranky and antisocial high schooler who gets on his classmates' nerves. However, his bad attitude comes from the fact that he has a sleeping disorder and frequently spends nights on end without a single minute of sleep. During the preparations for the school festival, he's sent to the school's astronomy observatory to gather cardboard boxes, a place which is said to be haunted by the dire happenings of the now defunct astronomy club. He finds the isolated place a haven ripe for him to sleep, but while rummaging around, he stumbles upon his classmate, Magari Isaki, sleeping inside a toppled-over locker. Isaki, unlike him, is a personable and popular girl at class, but who also hides her own problems with insomnia. Looking for a middle ground, they find that there's comfort and ease in sleeping together. Not in that way. So they resort to making the observatory their own private cubby to sleep. Have they found the comfort they're looking for?
Remember, everyone, it's a romance anime, not
An
a
H
different
anime.
genre kind of anime.
Not the one that starts with H.
Yeah.
So I can't describe this one with 6 digits.
Okay, so this was it was just so wholesome. Like we watched that little bit of it and it was just
looked
it's so
so
wholesome. And I'm like, "Oh, this is cute." It's also very
does.
well animated.
Yeah, like there's lots of emotions in the characters. They
Yeah.
move around a lot. You would think for a show about like people sleeping and taking a nap, there wouldn't be very much movement, but there is.
So, first of all, aside from this being a romance and slice of life anime, which already like just gets me going, I love that this anime is primarily about sleep, which is something I also strive for in everyday life. I honor it.
It's about being
I-
well
In my everyday
rested.
life.
Yeah, I definitely was feeling that.
Yes.
I was feeling that. I was just like, an anime about sleep.
It's
I
very,
can
like,
feel my
refreshing.
personal struggles being put on display for other people to relate to.
No joke, 15 minutes before we sat down to record, I was telling Dio how I just wanted to have a nap.
Yep. So this is an
Yeah, I
anime
feel this.
about the two of us wanting to have a nap.
I deeply feel this anime.
Yeah.
I feel this on a spiritual level.
If you like, also like, speaking of the art, the animation, if you like that sort of whole celestial aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
It's
it
here.
hits it in spades.
I know. It
Oh.
really hit that.
Stars, dark
The
night
fields,
sky.
Yep, the night
Yeah.
skies. It was really hitting that Your Name aesthetic. Just not with less colors, like the exaggerated colors that were in Your Name, but it was really hitting that. My astronomy days are coming back to me now. Because
Yeah,
that is
it's
legitimately
real
something I
pretty.
did because I wasn't sleeping well before. It was a
Aw.
time to get into astronomy. Go outside, go look at the sky, because it is literally one of the few things you can do if you're not sleeping that you can't do when
True.
you're awake during the day.
Indeed,
Mhm.
it is a nighttime only activity.
Indeed.
So, watching the trailer, there's one thing that came to mind to me. You know how a lot of anime studios like to flex by animating food really well?
Uh-huh.
What if these guys sat down and were like, food is the old meta. We're going to get on the new meta. We're going to draw space.
Then they and Production IG should join forces because they do lots of space anime.
Yeah, yeah. They would work well together. A nice well animated, high energy, high octane sleeping, high octane napping. show.
My only concern, and it is a concern, is that this anime seems almost too pure, and I am voicing my fear that someone dies.
No. Okay, you said that right after you watched the trailer with us, and I was like, no, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
I'm putting
My
it
only
out
fear
there.
would be that aliens show up.
You know?
But
Wow.
since it's not sci-fi,
I
don't
didn't
think
know
that's
you
gonna
were
happen.
such a xenophobic person, Angelo.
Yeah, what's wrong with extraterrestrials from out of space? I, for one, welcome our new friends from
Other planets.
Pretty
from
anime
planet
space.
Beep Boop place.
I mean, it depends. Can you sleep with them?
This is not Star
for
Trek.
napping, yes.
This is not that series where they go around reviewing things.
Indeed, this is
This is
napping, sleeping together.
Pure and wholesome. Okay.
Exactly.
My one thing that I did notice, so when we were putting this list together, I was like, Leiden Films, where do we know that from? And was it 1 or 2 seasons ago? I think it was like 2-3 seasons ago, where we tried to watch Warao no Ars Notoria, and that was by them.
Oh no.
That was the cute girls in like a Harry Potter-esque school doing cute things.
Oh,
no.
that show.
Yes,
I mean, I do
but
remember the
I have-
animation being very good.
Yes, the
in that
saving grace
show.
is that the animation in that show was very good. The writing was a little bit weird.
But the animation was also
The
weird.
background
because-
animation was atrocious
Yeah.
in that show.
That is
Yeah,
It's
like
okay.
the
true.
the perspective was.
I
very
think maybe
strange.
they're gonna like step up their background game, because look at the skies we saw in the trailer.
Yeah, like the trailer looked really good, so I want to believe, but that is a fair concern because I do remember Ars Notoria was
Please
like.
don't break my heart like this. I'd rather have a character die.
Oh my god!
that did it have the Ars Notoria effect?
Okay, in the span of a minute, Jay has gone from "I'm really worried. My one concern is that someone's gonna die," and then Nancy says something, and he goes, "No, I would rather someone just died."
I would
Yeah,
rather
just
death.
die.
Death would be easier.
Jay, if this anime doesn't work out for you, are you just going to hole yourself up, lock yourself up in a room, and play video games like some elf in a temple?
I mean, that's one way to pass the time.
Yeah, that's exactly who I am, actually. Thanks for calling me out, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for outing me.
Well, this next anime is for you then. It's all about you. The writer snuck into your room, observed you, and wrote the anime about you.
Dang, they stole your
I was
personal
perceived.
IP.
I got
Edo
perceived.
My Elf by Studio C2C. A comedy, slice of life anime. Takamimi Shrine has an unusual resident. Elda, an ancient elf who's obsessed with video games. The shrine's teenage attendant, Koito Kogane, keeps this reclusive otaku well supplied with energy drinks and junk food. Even though she loves 100%ing her games, Elda has duties to attend to, and Kogane is bound and determined to make this otaku elf fulfill them. I'll just take an offering or two to convince Elda to put down her new game.
I want to know the story of how she became an elf in our world.
Yes.
Probably reverse isekai.
Like I'm like, is this a reverse isekai show? Did she, get hit by airship coon in her world and wake up in ours?
Run
What
over
if-
by a chocobo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got run over by Chocobo is what I was gonna say. Whatever.
It
the
definitely
case.
looks
Definitely
cute
a
and it
show.
sounds cute. Like it sounds like a fun time of like you get to explore like otaku culture like from the perspective of a character who's like, I don't know what is otaku, but I'm going to be otaku because it seems cool.
Hmm.
I like anime and video games.
Within
Yay.
the first 5 seconds of the trailer, we got some Red Bull product placement.
True,
so,
we did.
I think we know how they're paying for the anime.
We also got to see her with like a VR helmet, and I was like, oh boy.
It was actually really cute.
It was very cute. It
Super
felt very much like a very aware self joke.
Yeah, it feels very like this feels like if an elf was indeed reverse isekai'd into our world, this is very possibly how it may end up.
Indeed.
I feel very seen.
I do too. I'm like, yes, me chugging
No, it's me.
chugging
dare you.
caffeine to finish my favorite games.
Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah, if they imply anywhere in the anime that she's also a streamer, I'm done. I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, it'll be like a little bit too much. It'll be like, it's too on the nose. They really were watching through your window at night.
I'm like,
Taking notes.
it's gonna be like, this is peak. Nancy has found a spiritual creature in an anime. Oh no.
Yeah, but the spiritual creature isn't like. It's not just your standard. It had to be an absolute nerd.
Yep.
It is a gremlin. I don't know.
Oh.
I saw this anime and I watched the trailer and I was just like, you know what? I want to talk about this. It looks so cool. It looks so stupid. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love the topic. It doesn't even need to look good. It doesn't even need to be clever. It just looked like that the exact combination of these topics is enough for me. But the thing is that the trailer does look pretty well animated. It does
Yeah, it
look
does.
pretty cute. Was this the one that had the super cute song in the trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the really nice like pop song. I think it was by oh, what's her name? She does lots of anime music and J-pop. Yaosobi.
No, that was a different anime.
No, yeah. No.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure it was that one. I mean, I'll have to check later, but I thought it was a very nice J-pop song. Like it had a nice sort of like mix between like a very pop EDM sound and like a traditional like strings like Japanese sound. It was really good.
It was a fun song. It was
Yes.
it was a banger. It really sets the mood. But yes.
An anime with a different mood, though.
Uh-huh.
A darker mood.
Would you
Do you want to take this one, Nancy?
Yeah. All right. So Tengoku Daima Kyo by Production IG, one of my favorite studios. It is an adventure, mystery, and sci-fi, which is a really lovely mix of genres for me. Within the safety of the walls, youths are raised in a nursery-style setting by robots. Where life there may appear stale on the surface, the children are full of potential and curiosity. In many ways, it's like a slice of heaven. The outside world is a hellscape. It's almost entirely void of anything mechanical and is now inhabited by bizarre yet powerful supernatural beings. Maru, with the aid of Kiruko, is out there crisscrossing what was once Tokyo for heaven, but after searching for so long, maybe heaven is more of an untenable dream than a potential reality.
This one looked
Amazing.
crazy.
It looked
Amazing.
wild and amazing.
There was action animation, there was like weird supernatural creatures, there was cute
Monster
moments.
design was so good.
There was like tons of character emotion, characters yelling and cheering and laughing and crying. Like there was a lot going on.
There was
I le-
drama.
I legitimately asked if it was a movie, because like sometimes we do recommend movies, not just like
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
I legitimately asked if it was a movie because
It looked so good.
like,
The production
so
quality was so high.
quality, like, and so filled with story behind like every nook and cranny. I was like,
Yeah.
are we
Is
in
this
movie
is this a
territory?
movie? Is this something that's being made with a high budget for 90 minutes?
Sasuga
like
Production
120 minutes.
IG.
But it's definitely just the IG touch because it looks.
so
I mean, it looks fantastic.
It's so amazing. And like the story premise that you get out of the trailer kind of hits from the New World vibes. Like
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. And I
There's-
really liked From the New World, so I'm just like I'm very interested because it's sort of it starts off with this like post-apocalyptic, like the real world sucks and that's why we've made this new society elsewhere. But why did we make a new society elsewhere, and what the heck are the supernatural beings doing here? It's just like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm interested. There's some interesting lore about the world that we're definitely going to get to explore visually.
I
It
was
almost feels
immediately
like-
attached to some of the characters that we got to see. There are some dramatic little cuts in there, and you're just like, oh no, my little heart can't handle this. I just met these little sweet cheeks.
Yeah. It was really, like, I think that we're going to get attached to a lot of the main characters, and that's going to hurt us.
Oh, 100%.
I'm getting, like,
Yeah.
Season 1 Promised Neverland vibes from this.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
almost like someone got the Cliff's Notes for Promised Neverland and took it in a different direction.
Interesting.
I'm definitely I'm definitely down to do these sort of like coming of age stories and learning about the world through like a fantastical sci-fi supernatural world that seems like one thing on the outside but might be something else on the inside. So I'm very looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Totally.
I'm telling you, we picked all bangers.
All bangers,
All of them.
bangers.
All of them.
Next up, we have a completely different tone of banger. We have Kawaii Sugi Crisis by Synergy SP. It's a comedy and sci-fi series. Invading alien Lisa Luna wants nothing more than to destroy planet Earth, after she gets in a little sightseeing first. But her travels soon take her to a cat cafe, where the furry felines inside invade her heart just as surely as Lisa invaded Earth. Destroying the world won't be so easy now that she's discovered the joys of kitty cats.
So
It's a cat cafe anime!
it's a cat cafe anime,
I
and the
love
trailer.
cat cafes!
The trailer had so many kinds of cats.
Yeah,
There
I
was-
loved the details.
Yeah,
This one was giving me Squid Girl, Ikamusume vibes,
Yeah.
where
I was.
your girl is here to invade Earth,
Yeah,
but gets completely sidetracked.
Yeah.
I get like cuter Invader Zim type vibes.
Yeah, 100%.
She's like here to wipe out humanity, whatever.
And she's
And
just like, but just
suddenly-
kidding, the cats are so cute. The cat
Yeah,
cafe is fun.
Just no.
There's a scene in the trailer where it's like a silhouette of her body, and the only thing that's colored in is the spot where her brain would be, and they just take brain out and they replace brain with cat. And I'm just like, yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what it's like.
That is
Oh.
me every time I scroll through cute cat videos.
You know what my favorite thing at the cat cafe is?
Uh-huh.
How they have like those transparent panels that the cats can stand on or
You
sit
can
on
see
and lie
their
on.
beans.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, you
look
can
up
see them-
from underneath.
Yeah, the underloaf. The underloaf.
It's so
Point
good.
of view.
The raw loaf.
I the first thing I remember this show or the trailer reminding me of was like the premise just makes me think of like this is the new version of Egypt where
Oh,
This girl-
I see what you're getting
like
at.
yeah, just like cat worship, and this girl
Cat
is just
worship.
like there's
Okay, I understand.
you know some level of high superior being, which is this human. In this case, this is an alien, but now obsessed with cat.
Yep, that's happening.
We bow to
Yes.
cat.
That's happening.
We serve cat.
My God.
All hail cat. I, for
I-
one, am happy to submit my life into the hands of my feline overlords.
Absolutely. And
Maybe-
That's probably this MC.
What if Kawasaki Crisis is actually part of Kimiwa Hokago Insomnia?
Oh my god, that would be
These
amazing.
are the aliens. She's the alien.
That's
Yeah.
what they find. They find her
First
with
crossover.
cat for brain.
even the poster for this show is adorable as heck. You got a little cat and it's wrapped all around this girl's arm, and even the font colors are adorable.
And
Just,
he's doing
oh,
a little with his
Ah.
tongue.
just wanna.
A Malem.
Yeah, he's got a mlem going, and
It
he's one of
seems
those
like-
teddy bear cats with like the round ears.
With the round floppy ears, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so cute. Like that was my favorite thing, was that they had like different, you could clearly see that, you know, it wasn't the generic
like
sort of anime
tabbies,
cat where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we took one cat body and we threw some different color patterns on it
Yeah,
and called
yeah,
it a day.
exactly.
Like the cats have different builds, they have different colors, they have different ears and tails, and I'm just like,
We validate different cat breeds.
indeed,
All cat breeds are valid.
we are showing cat diversity in this anime.
I just
I love it.
remembered a very weird fact about cats. So you guys are familiar with Sphinx cats, right?
You sure are.
Yeah,
Those adorable naked little buggers.
Yep.
true.
A few weeks ago, I learned something about sphinxes that startled me.
Oh.
They were selectively bred in the 1980s in Canada.
Why did we why
did
I
here?
mean, we're
we
also the
create a
country.
naked
We're also
cat?
we're also the country that made Hawaiian pizza. We make things that we don't understand,
You know, that is true.
like that are
Because
not
I'm like, this is
thematically
a-
Canadian.
We made a naked cat in a cold country.
Why did
And-
we do that?
Why? Yeah, it seems
Oh
particularly
my
cool
god!
when you think about
so I
that.
did Wikipedia. I am Wikipediaing it right now. The first line is the Sphinx cat, pronounced Sphinx, also known as the Canadian Sphinx,
What?
is
What?
a breed of cat known for its lack of fur.
Okay.
Like-
Wild.
That is pretty
I
wild.
feel like sometimes we're playing God, and it's a cruel trick. A very cruel trick. I love Sphinx cats. I'm not saying anything bad against them. I'm just saying, why did we make a naked cat?
One day we'll look
Counterpoint.
back on
Frigid hellscape.
ChatGPT.
Have
and
you
say the
ever
same
seen a
thing.
Sphinx cat in a big fluffy coat?
No, but I have seen that monkey in Toronto in the fluffy coat.
Yeah, imagine that monkey, but instead there's a Sphinx cat in it. It's
And
adorable.
it's a wrinkly...
What
so
if
I'm
they
like, yeah,
wanted-
you know what? Maybe you do need the cat to be naked so it can look really cool and swaggy in the fluffy coat.
What
with
if
the
what if
sunglasses.
somebody just wanted to like they were sick of their cat always wanting to be an outdoor cat?
Oh, so they were
So
like, I'm
being
gonna
a
make you
Canadian-
naked and you'll never want to go outside again.
Yeah. We live in Canada, you stay indoor.
You stay
It's
in the
a
house.
security feature.
Yes.
Indeed.
A
Indeed.
security feature.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
I could almost imagine that. I
Hmm.
could almost imagine that.
Oof.
Uh,
Sorry, I started reading about actual like breeding genetics and stuff like that, and then it got dark. So let's keep on going. Let's
So-
keep on going.
This next anime has a premise that I thought was so absurd, so ridiculous. I don't understand how anyone managed to write this. Oshinoko
It all, yeah, it looks good.
by studio Doga Kobo, a drama mystery anime. When a pregnant young starlet appears in Goro Amamiya's countryside medical clinic, the doctor takes it upon himself to safely and secretly deliver Ai Hoshino's child so she can make a scandal-free return to the stage. But no good deed goes unpunished, and on the eve of her delivery, he finds himself slain at the hands of Ai's deluded stalker. And subsequently reborn as Ai's child, Aquamarine Hoshino. The glitz and glamour of showbiz hide the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry, threatening to dull the shine of his favorite star. Can he help his new mother rise to the top of the charts? And what will he do when unthinkable And what will he do when unthinkable disaster strikes?
Wow, that word was a disaster for you.
I was about to say, what will he do when
Reincarnation series have gotten out of control.
But I like this
I
one.
didn't read the whole summary. I got to the
No.
part where it was like, oh, it's about a pregnant idol and gotta keep that all under wraps because idol life is pretty questionable.
Culture, yeah, idol culture is questionable, pretty much toxic, to be honest.
Yeah,
to a-
I
to a-
I,
to a
I
point,
love
like-
this because I'm a big Idol fan, and like I love that. Like yes,
Dio
there's
just
lots
admitted to being toxic.
of true, but like listen, there's lots of Idol shows that are out there, and they're super positive, and it's just about like look at the cool idols, and they make cool music, and then it doesn't talk about the dark side
Any
of
of
the
that
industry.
stuff.
It doesn't
Yeah.
talk about the struggles that people becoming idols face. It's kind of like the equivalent is like if you look at like Hollywood culture on the surface versus like Hollywood culture underneath the covers, and how what life is like for like child stars versus how life is depicted for child stars. Anyways, so I was like, you're gonna give me an idol show and you're gonna talk about like the dark parts of the idol industry, including some of the parasocial stuff that comes with being an idol, like having stalkers who think that they own you. I'm in. And you're gonna do it where like the
There's
main
a
character,
reincarnation involved.
there's a reincarnation involved, and so the main male character isn't in love with the idol.
Yeah.
Let's go!
I freaking
Let's
love that.
go!
I love that this isn't a guy who's trying to like, do good things.
Because he
May-
loves her,
Yeah,
and
maybe it
wants
was like
to
a
like be
vague
with
promise.
her romantically.
Yeah.
He-
Except in the trailer, he was like, "Ah, hell yeah, my favorite idol's coming to my clinic. Let's go." Clearly, he loves her. Maybe he's sane about it. I hope
But
so.
that's the thing. It seems the implication
Well-
seems to be that he's a like he's a fan, but he's like, oh wow, it's like it's so cool that my favorite idol, like but I gotta be normal, I gotta behave, like I don't want to
Well,
make her uncomfortable.
His professionalism really stepped in because he was like, I can't believe my favorite idol is here. And he like, exaggeratedly smacks his head into the floor because he's like, now is not the time for that.
He's like, I have to make sure she gets proper treatment. And I'm just like, and now they're just specifically writing out there's no romance. He's her
They're-
son now. Let's go.
There damn better not be any romance.
There
There better
will
not be. That would be beyond weird.
Like, now it's gonna be the love of, like, a mother and son, and the love of music, and I'm like, I'm into it.
The way that the premise reads is a lot different than I felt like what we got from the trailer.
The trailer? I know, I felt the same way.
Yeah,
like
100%.
not necessarily. I don't know exactly how this is gonna play out. I don't know exactly how this whole reincarnation is going to sort of fit in, but on the surface of the trailer that we watched, which I presume is going to be, just as an aside, but kind of a major detail, for whatever reason, the first episode is a 90-minute special. We haven't figured out if we're going to watch that whole 90 minutes yet. It's not very likely, to be honest. But
I'm gonna, in my own personal time.
The point being is like from what we saw, I feel like a lot of the trailer took specifically from the first episode. There's a lot of like story that needs fleshing out clearly. And another thing that I got from the vibe of the trailer was very much like it did touch into that whole dark underbelly of idol industry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely touched into like there's a certain wholesomeness about this idol. Like she just wants a balanced and fair life for herself where she can enjoy everything that she is like, that she deserves to enjoy, which is like being a mother and being a performer, a professional idol.
Yeah.
And all these things. And I was like, there's a lot of character depth here.
Oh, I got the completely different vibe from her. I got the vibe that main girl is absolutely batshit crazy.
I mean, I'm down for that too.
Yeah, I honestly, at this point, I don't really have any kind of a read on her. I just want to watch it.
I mean, I don't see how. Like, why do you think she's insane? Like, why do you?
I
what
got
makes
that
you think
vibe.
crazy.
That was the vibe that I got. I can't explain it.
Interesting.
Maybe that's just my innate feeling that all people who have children have a few screws loose.
Why would you talk about your mom like that, dude?
I would say much harsher things about my mom and how many screws she has loose.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
I knew
I
that
thought
was
you were
coming.
gonna say, why would you say that about Jenny? But
Oh my goodness! Leave Jenny alone. Leave our Otafest parents alone. We love them.
Our Oda
We love you,
parents are
Jenny.
pretty awesome.
Oh goodness!
Wow.
But I'm definitely interested in her as a character. And one thing that I did notice that really sort of jumped out to me is like she has very unique eyes compared to other characters that were shown. Like she has a bright star pupil.
Yeah.
And her child has
a
inherited one of the pupils. His other eye was more
It's getting
normal.
getting
Yeah.
Naruto up in here.
Yeah, so I'm
With
just
the
like,
eye
ooh,
tack.
that's an interesting design choice.
Boss Baby's releasing the Sharingan.
So I'm curious. I'm interested in seeing it. The trailer definitely communicates the themes of the show better than the written summary does.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm leaning towards watching the whole 90 minutes just because, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm in.
I know I'm gonna watch this one. Like this has all of the. This is like somebody genetically engineered this anime in a lab for me to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the one that I have no idea how it's gonna go, how it's gonna end up, how I expect to even feel about it. I just want to watch it.
Yep. Same here.
In the past, honestly, things with an absolutely absurd description that I think is the dumbest thing I've ever read end up being amazing. Like that time that the description for JJK just read as finger licking good to me. So, a doctor isekaiing himself into his
He
idol.
didn't isekai himself. He got forcibly isekai'd.
Yeah, he got stalker kuned. It says right there.
Stalker Kund.
Delivering yourself that you have been isekai or reincarnated into. I suppose reincarnation is different from isekai, but
Yeah, he didn't choose to get reborn as the child.
it's just
True.
very weird.
Whatever the case, it's gonna be the kind of weird that I want to sit around
I
watching
want to
with
see
y'all.
through to the end.
Yeah. I just want to see what happens.
I hope it has as much depth in the story as I really want to see, though. Like
Me too.
I really want it to go actually into that whole dark underbelly of idol
Yeah.
industry and
Yeah.
entertainment industry. Like I really do want to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that God, the other thing about the idol main character is like I both love and hate her name because it's just so like wholesomely generically like
Yeah,
idol.
it's extremely on
means
the
it-
nose.
Yeah, it means like love star space or something like that, something similar.
Yeah, like you could read it as like love, like the love of stars or the love of
Love and
like,
stars.
skies. But you could
I'm
also
just
read
like-
it as like the love and wanting things. You could also read it as love and wanting stuff, like love and desire too. So
Yeah.
there's a couple of, and I think that that's intentional. That's an intentional pun, even
Yeah.
if it is a very generic name, because she's got stars in her eyes. And she
Mhm.
also
Mhm.
talks about wanting to be both a mother and an idol, wanting
Mhm.
the best of both worlds.
There
So it's
there was
like,
a thing in the
ooh.
trailer that said something like Hoshino-san is greedy or something like that, and I was
Yes, where it says
"Ah."
she's greedy, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
oh,
that's
that's
right.
very
Yeah.
on the nose.
like, yeah. So I imagine it'll at least play some part of the story that like she just wants everything. She doesn't want to have to pick and choose.
Yeah, she wants it all.
Anyway, this season's looking to be like full of bangers. I can't wait to watch these.
It is. I'm very looking forward to this season's worth of anime. I think we've got some good pieces to enjoy this spring.
I fear which one of these will end up being my disappointment if it even happens.
Yeah, I also
Choose
fear
your
that.
disappointment anime. Choose which one. Choose one to be. Predict your
Predict
Predict
your
our
failures.
suffering.
failure.
I predict, and I will put Boba on the line. I'm putting Boba on the line to say that Tengoku Daimakyo is going to be the most interesting anime on this list.
I
Okay.
Wow,
have to
did not
agree.
That's a very
understand the
safe
assignment at all.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
a very
to
safe
agree.
bet.
Unfortunately, I actually think that Kawaisugi Crisis is going to be the least good on the list. I still think it looks cute.
I think
Yeah,
so too.
I don't
It
think
looks
it'll be.
cute.
I don't
Yeah.
It
think
has
it'll
the
be
most
bad.
potential to be the weakling of the group.
The
Well,
runt
it just
of the
has the
litter.
least. It just has the least going for it in either the animation or the
Complexity
potential
of
for
writing.
Yeah, complexity of the story and character depth. Like, and we're talking about
Basically,
a show
it
that
has-
we have where we have like an elf who just wants to play video games.
Yeah.
And that's not really a deep proposal for a character.
Mhm.
But
It really isn't, but the animation seems to come through. It looks really good. Like I have a feeling that Kawaisugi Crisis has the potential to be the worst of the best. Which
Yeah,
is to
which
say that
really
it's probably
isn't very
not going to be
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll even go as far to say like there are a few shows coming out this season that actually all like this was a stronger season, I think.
Yeah,
from
overall.
at least like a preview premise viewpoint. Yeah, there's a lot of stronger shows this season, and we're not even talking about again like your typical sequels.
Yeah, we didn't
and-
include any
And
sequels.
stuff like that. Sequels,
Yeah,
OVAs.
actually, I think the
one-offs.
sequels looked pretty weak, actually. But I
Oof.
always think sequels kind of look weak.
I do too. I'm never really a big fan of sequels unless it's something that I was actively watching.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I feel like there is a lot to be seen that we didn't include. That is probably really worth your time. So go check it out. We hope we like our previews. We did our best.
We did
Yep.
our bestest.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the info we have at hand, we did our best.
And in 3 or 4 months, we will let you know exactly how we did. Actually, not 3 months, I think.
The next season.
Yeah,
the
Three
at the
months, give or
next
take.
season
3 months.
review, we'll
Yeah.
talk about what our speculation ultimately ended with.
Exactly.
Am I buying Boba?
We're about to find out.
Probably
all of us?
not. If anything, we're just gonna go out for more KBBQ.
True.
True.
And or expand our
in.
horizons a bit and try something else.
Also possible.
Mm-mm.
Just like you should with anime.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Leave my romance and slice of life alone. It's my genre.
You know what you like, you know what you like.
Indeed. And we would like to see you next week
Bye.
on the Otafest podcast.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Sayonara.
Bye-bye.